Good morning, everyone, although it is nighttime when I'm recording this. So, past couple days, we've gotten some bigger pictures, some names for the Saiyu Warriors and Toho Braves. I thought we'd go over them. I am going to be doing individual Digi thoughts for each of them, but I do want to talk about the designs and kind of what I think about them. I will start out the bat. There's some really good designs, and there are a little bit of weak ones, but we'll get into it. There's also something else I want to mention at the very end. We're going to also talk about I Iook, I believe its name is. We'll discuss I Iook at the very end. But anyway, so there was a polling between which people like better, Saiyu Warriors or Toho Braves. I chose Toho Braves. I like the more females, and of course there's the mystery Digimon as well. So you got to go for that. But anyway, Saiyu Warriors is the more eastern version, and we'll talk about the new Digimon that came out. First up is the new in training Fukamon and Konomon. These things are very adorable. I love them. I like Konomon a little bit better. Just the little nimbus cloud, the hands, the eyes. It's very adorable looking. They're also very good generic. Kind of give off a little bit of a yokai vibe, a good yokai vibe, being made from a good human. I think. From when I looked at the report, the Digi report, whatever it's called. But yeah, I think these are really good generic Digimon for in training. I know someone talked about how a lot of Digimon in the future have in trainings that are very specific to them, and they're more generic. This thing makes very good for the rookie for the rookies they've chosen. But I also like it for Tapirmon as well, which Tapirmon does have a little bit of relevance to this anyway. But yeah, just very cute and cuddly looking. Not my favorite of the two in trainings, unfortunately. Like I said, I chose Toho Braves for a reason. Anyway, we're going to go by evolutionary line. So we have Kakamon and Senten Gokumon. Kakamon is great. For those who know Chimchar from Pokemon Gen 4, Kakamon does that design so much better. I love the little flaming monkey with the ear headphones and just the little pants. He's a really cool looking Digimon. I love him. He's got that fire little personality. I'm curious if he's gonna be virus like Gokumon, and same with Satan Gokumon. Maybe just 8mon will be the odd duck out and just be vaccine. Nothing problem with that. I'm just curious about that given what's going on in Toho Braves. But very cool. I'm definitely going to need to see a more HD version of Satan Gokumon. This is I like this evolution line. It's very strong. I'm definitely going to want to see some card arts. I think of the new boys, I think Kakamon just stands out really a lot better from the new guys. I might have added, because I guess the little bit of thematic, I think I would have liked a little bit more yellow in him just to connect with 8mon a smidge. I kind of think Gokumon is sort of the odd duck out of this line, just because it doesn't have like the yellow orange fur. I don't know. This guy I feel like this guy they should have had an alternate color for him. And just he stands out a little too much, but hey, what it is. Next up we have Hujamon, although it was also shown as Fujimon. This Digimon, I love the little fishy friend. Don't get me wrong, he's a little virus fishy. But what I really like about him is made me realize that we need more fish-based Digimon, especially a virus. Like, we have none for the virus category of fishy friends. And we can also use some more megas. There's just a lot of potential to be had. But obviously because of how the Chinese line is, Seiyu Warriors, it's obviously to get into Jing Chimon and Chohoi Kaimon and Xing Pingmon, which makes for a fine evolution line, although because it's virus, it feels a little outplaced given these are all vaccines. But, maybe Bandai won't want to put it to it, just, hey, he gives us another fishy friend. But I think it works really good with something like Piranhamon and Metal Piranhamon. Like I said, we just need a virus champion. Kolimon is not bad, and neither is Tylomon, but we need a bigger fish. We just need a virus fish. I suspect we're going to, he'll get kind of like an original evolutionary line. Hopefully he gets a champion. I would really love it, but yeah, it's a great addition. Pretty much all the rookies that have been included are just fantastic additions. I'm not sure where I would rank this guy in terms of new rookies. He's I'm not sure. Like, he... I'm not sure. We'll get into it. But next up we have on Turkaimon, the little cow friend. Hakabumon, the horsey friend, which connects to Sanzomon, leading me to believe that they will make a Hanzomon proper Mega. Yes, you could do Shakamon, but I think there's better choices. I suspect Sanzomon will Digivolve into Shagramon in the pendulum that she's part of. Although she might also be connected to Venusmon in a previous booster pack. Well, we'll see. We're gonna see. I think this will probably be connected to Angelomon in Digimon Time Stranger, but it would be kind of nice to have Sanzomon for that. But we'll see. But what I really like about Turkaimon is that it connects to Bullmon and then Vajramon, and they just need a good Mega that goes along with these bully friends like I think actually Minotaurmon. No, maybe Minotaurmon's not been invented yet. But, like, I think the bull is tied with maybe, like, the monkey or something. I don't know. I like Turkaimon. He's just a cute little bull. I absolutely adore him. Hakabumon, I think, is actually the weakest of the new Digimon, personally. You could say he or she, but I don't know. I just think it's kind of the weakest of the bunch. Not like a bad design, but just my personal opinion, it's the weakest. Next up, we have the Toho Braves. This is actually, they have a lot more new Digimon. But anyway, this is the one I voted for because we got some choices. New in trainings, Tomorimon and Onibimon. Absolutely adorable. Super cool. This makes for a good ghost in trainings. Better than Demi-Marimon. Demi-Marimon feels way more like specialized with Candlemon. But just absolutely adorable. I think the in training versions ones are tied, but this guy's definitely a little bit better than the cloudy friend. But just the cute face and just little meanie, absolutely adorable. Just a very good. I love it. Next up we're gonna go with the Caesarmon line. So Wankomon and Shishimimon, because we've already seen other. We'll get to that in a minute. The new dog is not bad. I think the ball I might have excluded from the design, but I don't think it's terrible. It's very cute looking. Just looks like a very dorky dog. And then it digivolves into Caesarmon. The color-wise, I don't mind as much, but I will say the rookie and champion and then the Shishimimon do give off a very male-oriented feeling to them, which is weird considering they becomes a Amaterasumon. I can kind of smell, and I've heard its name before, but I just can't say it. Amaterasumon. Just a long name. Definitely want to see an HD version. I've seen some fan art of her. Very good design. I'm surprised they didn't go with more doggy theme. Just it's more like a humanoid theme. But whatever. I'd probably say of this line, Shishimimon is actually my favorite. It's really good. Oh yeah. Just it looks a little too masculine, but dogs can sometimes there's no difference between males and females. Just personally me, but still a very strong evolutionary line. This, I think this would be my my least favorite of the rookies, personally. Next up, we have Gasamon. God. Kotamon is a good rookie for Musaimon and is going to be in Digimon Time Stranger, but Gasamon is just, it's like the rookie I didn't know I wanted. Just a little squid or octopus with a samurai sword and a little shell. So perfect. Absolutely adorable. This evolution line is very nice. It's just a very plain and simple line, and it works. Also, in the Monmo memo, now that I remember it mentioned Shellmon, but I've seen some other places want to do this with Octomon and then eventually Dagomon, which they do. I think they do. They should have some sort of Mega. Personally, like Sangomon, and I will say, like, personally, Sangomon's line from Liberator is growing on me. But yeah, it can work with Sango. It could work with Shellmon. I just prefer it with with this old boy and, of course, Octomon. Very good addition. This is probably my favorite of the rookies. And then the monkey and the bull are next. I am not sure which one I like more. Then we have we got some other guys we'll talk about in a minute. But we have Mankinimon, the lucky cat. That's really cool. We have Darumon, which is balls awesome. I love this guy. He is so awesome. The dragon element just works really well. And I just want to see like a big dragon mega for him. You want to see what the dragon underneath. There are some options they did do with Digimon, which that is a disgrace to this guy. Like, don't put him next to him. But what were some other choices I saw? Ibawamon is a good choice. But yeah, I kind of want him to have his own original mega. If he wants to Digivolve from Mankinimon, I don't mind. I want this guy to have his own mega. Some sort of version dragon of Debiturmon would sound good. And then Enamamon, not terrible. I feel like I need to see him in action, I think is the problem. I will say I like him more than Shakomon, but I gotta see more of him. And then finally, I wanted to talk about Tangumon, because we'll get into a little bit into Digimon Time Stranger. But so this is Shamamon becomes Fugamon, just history. And I believe Fugamon will become Keratinmon, and then finally become Tangumon, which it's obvious in the mentions. Tangumon looks very cool. I do wish he had a sword. Maybe he will have like a sword, some sort of sword weapon or something. He doesn't need he just needs a simple katana or something. Nothing really more. He just with that giant fan I think you need another weapon or something, or maybe also projectile attack. But very cool. Now, the reason I mention these is because Fugamon, Ogremon, and Yogamon are also in Digimon Time Stranger. And given the time development of these guys, I'm wondering if Tangumon can be in Digimon Time Stranger. Because maybe this guy was developed in early 2020, and because we saw Shamanmon, we saw Fugamon, Keratinmon is an old Digimon, and Tangumon, it's a possibility. I probably would say no, but I assume that they're gonna give some sort of Taitamon megas for each of the ogres, and Tangumon would be representative air, Taitamon is land, and then Tangumon is air, and then Hyogamon would be sea supposedly. I have Yinhumon for a reason, but this is what I was thinking. I think Frozomon is a little too late, to my knowledge. I'll check. I'll check in a little bit, but I think Frozomon's a little too late. But this could make for a nice ultimate for Yogamon. Like I said, what they could probably do is they'll have it digivolve into Tijitamamon or something. They'll use some sort of generic ultimate, and then they'll just give color variations to the Taitamon, or they could all digivolve into Digitamamon, or maybe have a slight color version during the main story. I don't know. We'll see. But the reason I want to talk about Yihumon is because he gives off a very good boss vibe Digimon. He's very simplistic design. The one aspect I wasn't surprised was the vaccine, and I'm wondering if the other four parallels are going to be, well, we know Dijimon's virus, but if the other ones will be a data. And then for the last element, I know a lot of people would say free type, but I think maybe Shakomon could be unknown. No, Enamamon could be unknown, and then that could be free type. But maybe the other one could be unknown, just because I think unknown is a lot more prevalent rather than more free type, because free type is a more ancient Digimon. So maybe free type could also work, given what I just said, because this guy's also ancient. But yeah, really solid design. It digivolves from Fujinmon and Saber Leomon and Digimon New Century. Fujimon, I don't have the problem with, but I thought maybe Ragulmon, given it's a tiger, but I guess they considered maybe that a little too female. I don't know. Saber Leomon's not a bad choice. I thought maybe they could do Mihiraimon and then fuse it from Paramon, but no, they're just going to do all megas. And speaking of Dijangmon's going to get a new mega, actually. So we will, or maybe some evolution or something. Should be interesting. Probably learn about maybe next week. I'm not sure 100%. But let's look up Frozomon for a sec. I will look up Frozomon and see what he does. Oh, I also like the fact that Yinhumon has... oh, no. That's not what I want. I want Wikimon. Dang it. I might have to look at Frozone. Hold on. Frozomon. Let's look up. When was it? This does not say. Dang it. What? This one's just sucks. Look at my. Oh, it's from 2021. Okay, never mind. So that possibly wouldn't work. Shoot. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about the Digimon. Just what I thought about them. I really love the Chinese new Digimon. There's some really good ones. I could see Wankomon and then Kakamon being like favorites, but I definitely most certain Gasumon's line and maybe even Shamamon's line are going to be some favorites. I just love the simplistic nature of them. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time for another Digimon talks. Maybe we'll have the reference book updates, whatever, and I'll give some more favorites. But yeah, just want to talk about it because we saw HD versions of the images, and they're really good looking. They're really cool. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.